love my wife.
And finally, we are in
Look at those
good
blackheads, bruh.
Guys, if you haven't seen our Europa and summertime vlog number 8, oh my gosh, look at my hair. What's up, guys? I look super white. I just put some foundation on. Basically, I'm gonna go over really fast what happened yesterday. So I had an MRI 3 days ago. Went to the neurologist, gave me the results, said that I have 18 more lesions and 9 more black holes. Basically, what black hole is like permanent damage to some of the nerves in my brain. And then lesions just means like cuts. So those are healable, those are fixable, but the permanent holes aren't. But guess what? I serve a God and I believe that I'm gonna be healed. So none of that phases me. But basically the medication I had been taking for a year, which are the injections. So if you go look at the MS video before, actually the very first one I ever uploaded, that medication has not worked for me at all. If it was supposed to basically slow down the rate in which damage is happening to my brain and even prevent some, yeah, that didn't happen. Basically, I started off, my very first MRI ever displayed that I had 11 lesions, so 11 cuts, and 2 black holes, which is the permanent damage. And then I got an MRI like 3 days ago, and the results came back with 18 new lesions and 9 more black holes. So yeah, that's a course of a year, but hello, I'm on medication. That didn't do anything for me. So I'm actually really excited because I'm gonna stop taking that medication. It was injection and it was very, very painful. It wasn't the shot that was painful, like the actual needle, it was the actual liquid. When it would go inside, it would burn. It would like sting. And I would have to inject myself on my stomach and on my legs. I did it on my tricep. Oh my gosh, that hurt so bad. But it would leave, like when you inject a certain site all the time, it builds up scar tissue and that area becomes hard and it becomes like a little dent. So I found myself having balls, like I can still feel my stomach and feel balls where I injected like months ago. So clearly that is a problem because when you see my stomach, it's not really bad, but you can see the injection sites and that's not very pretty and I don't really like it. And it was painful, so I didn't think it was worth it. So I'm gonna switch to another medication that's a pill. So Lord willing, I will be on it probably within the next 2 weeks. And what'll happen is that the first 6 to 8 hours that I'm taking it, I'm gonna be watched by a physician and a nurse because your heart rate can go down. And obviously there's always that one outlier that, you know, creates the side effects of a medication. So you have to just be careful because, you know, God forbid that could happen to you. So I'm just going to be watched. I remember I made the video and I was like, remember the last MS video? I was like, yeah, I'm going to, you know, eat, you know, all these whole foods, try to stay away from a lot of processed stuff. And that lasted for about 6 months where I was vegan for a short time and then I switched to vegetarian and then I was like, screw it, I'm just gonna eat normal. Well, clearly with the results, I need to be firm again with my diet, be very cautious and intentional. So I'm gonna go back to what I was doing, no white carbs. I know earlier in this video you saw that I was eating white rice. That was definitely before my appointment yesterday. So eating just whole foods, kind of like a paleo diet, you know what I mean? Where it's less processed, you're getting your whole foods, your dense nutrients, your micro and macronutrients, all from things that aren't incredibly processed. So no protein bars. I'm going to switch to a vegan protein powder. I think like Vega, which is the name of the brand. Just organic stuff Daniel obviously will probably not, because he doesn't need to. My body is obviously different than his, so I'm going to just try to eat a lot of whole and organic foods. So the diet that I was doing is not going to work out because of what I'm experiencing right now. I really need to cater to that and accommodate appropriately. So that's the deal. I have faith in God, and I know that I'm going through all of this for a reason and a purpose. Nothing that you ever go through is in vain. And I really believe that this is my perspective. If God is going to use me as a tool to touch somebody through this experience and possibly bring them to Him, saving their souls, you know what I mean? That is so much more worth than this disease. And I will go through it 100 times over if this experience is going to cause someone to be like, wow, there is a God. And let me explain why. Because you're like, how is someone going to say that if you're going through this? Like, because I believe I'm going to be healed. And when God does heal me, then how is someone not going to believe that there's a God when not only did I start off with MS, but I took medication for a year and it's gotten worse, okay? And then He's going to heal me later on. Like, how can someone not believe in a God, or God, because I believe there's only one God. How can they not believe in Him when He healed me from something that people said can't be healable, that you'll have to live for the rest of your life? So that's something to ponder about. That's my perspective. I'm not sad. People have actually been texting me like, oh my gosh, I'm so sorry. But I'm not sorry for myself. Like, God's gonna heal me. And you know what? Like, if this is what He's making me go through, then I'm happy with it. Because you know why? It's not anything that I can't handle. You know what I mean? Especially with Him by my side. So that's my perspective. That's the update. Gonna switch to whole foods, another medication, more organic stuff. Gonna have to eat a lot differently. So if you're following my Instagram and my Snapchat, you'll understand why I'm doing a lot of organic stuff. It's not because I'm trying to be ritzy and, oh my gosh, I can afford organic. Because let's be real, I'm a graduate student. That's not the case. It's because of my health, and our bodies are a temple, and I'm going to do what I can to take care of it. Still going to work out. Pre-workout, yeah, that's going to have to switch probably to espresso or something like that. But that's what's going on. I hope you guys enjoy the rest of this vlog, and God bless. Hey guys, what is up? It is Saturday morning at 8:40. We were supposed to be here at 8. But basically where we're at is an urgent care, family care facility, because I'm getting on new medication for the MS. And I have to be monitored for 6 hours to make sure that I don't have any side effects of the medication and that everything goes smoothly.
The medication is, if you want to know what medication it is, then you have to message us, because we can't promote anything on here. But it's a new medication that Jessica is trying, because the other medication that she was on, I'll say it was an injection medication. It didn't actually work at all. So yeah, just stay tuned. We're gonna go in here right now, right there, and we are going to wait 6 hours. The Lord's gonna be good, and everything's gonna work out fine, right, babe?
Yeah, this is gonna be our breakfast for right now.
Oh yeah, because we got back late last night from the Rays game. So she just took her first dose, and how was it? It was just a pill.
It was just a pill, which is so much better than the shot, dude.
Yeah. So we just gotta wait here. We're here for 6 hours, and that's it. Jessica took 2 blood pressure readings already.
I took like 3.
3, so they're pretty good. They're pretty stable, so that's good. So basically, this medication has been shown in some patients to initially drop their blood pressure really low and their heart rate really low, so like dangerous levels. So that's why she has to be in this facility for 6 hours, so they can monitor her every 30 minutes or an hour or so like that. So we've already gotten 3 blood pressure readings taken. They've been fine. They've been steady, so that's good. Amen. And so we're just editing videos right now. I'm about to go get some food for her and for me, so we can keep these muscle growth gains going. But they're making some Cuban coffee in here, and it smells really good. Really, really good. It's not fair. It's not fair at all, especially when you have a Spanish person in the building, a Cuban person in the building. Yo, I had to go and get Cuban espresso. Let's see what this baby looks like. I got steak, queso y bistec. Look at that. Oh yeah. So she got like 3 more blood pressure readings done, and they're kind of low on the lower side. Her blood pressure did drop, but the blood pressure wasn't that low to alert them, but they look at blood pressure and they look at heart rate. A normal heart rate is between 60 and 100. Hers was at 60, 61, so it's cut off, but what they look at is if it's under 55. So as long as it's not under 55, then she should be good to go. So they'll come back in an hour, they said, and check the blood pressure and check the heart rate. Again, this new medication is really potent, it's really strong, but it's supposed to be really good for some patients. So that's why we have to be here for 6 hours. The other one, we didn't have to do that. We just shot it and that's it. We went home. But here we have to stay for 6 hours so they can evaluate, so they can do this and see the blood pressure and see the heart rate and see if it lowers tremendously. But we're being faithful, and we know that God has everything under control. So we are here, and you know, just playing with our toes.
How many hours?
Been here for about 3 hours. So we have 3 more hours to go. So we're just hanging out. Busted, son. Here still, it's 2:28, so we're here until 4. So we got an hour and 30 minutes left. Checked her blood pressure again, 58. Her blood pressure was still low, but heart rate was 58 beats per minute, so it can't get below 55. So that's good to go. So we got an hour and 30 minutes, and then we're out of here. We're actually almost done uploading a video.
Babe, what are we gonna
so
do after
watch
this?
it. Huh?
What are we gonna do after this?
After this, I don't know what we're gonna do. These are rings. You know, Halo rings are probably like $35. They're silicone rings, and so they're for people that like work out in the gym and stuff like that, and don't want to kind of like damage their ring. So they buy these rings. They're silicone, and so they're just plastic. They don't scratch or anything like that. They're not plastic. They're actually like rubber, silicone rubber. So I got these for 80 cents for 10 of them. So I have a bunch of different colors and everything. And the name brand ones, the Halo ones, are like $30. No thank you, sir. So that was a cool little mod to my fingers, so that I can go to the gym and hit finger curls. There's a new machine at Crunch. It's actually like a bicep preacher curl, where you have the preacher curl down there, but this one's actually different. You actually put your fingers on a slot, and then you have little weights, and and then your bicep muscle right there on your finger bicep gets pretty swollen,
Are you
striated.
joking?
Yeah, I'm joking, babe. That's how bored I am right now. I love my wife.
And finally, we are.
Look at those blackheads, bruh.
Guys, if you haven't seen our Europa and summertime vlog number 8, oh my gosh, look at my hair. Go watch it, because it's finally incorporating fitness, which we haven't talked about in a while or done.
Who cares about your hair? I don't care about my hair. Woo! Freedom, freedom, freedom. Oh, we're good. Now we can rock and roll. Jeez, that was a long time.
That's like a working payday, essentially.
That was a working payday.
So you're gonna pay me?
I don't got no money, girl. All I got is a Ford F-150.
Are we gonna go to Sprouts?
We'll probably go to a fresh market or something. We gotta buy some food, some meal prepping food.